Hey YouTube, I just wanted to do a quick deck profile on my Frog Monarch deck. This is the best budget deck of the format. You could buy this deck with about $60–70 and you should be doing quite well. It has excellent matchups against the top decks of the format, does very well against Evil Swarms, does well against E-Drags, and it gets outpaced to Prophecies, but you usually find a way to get around it. This deck is really, really good for the price. I'm actually really happy of how well this deck turned out for just the little amount of money you pay for it. You have everything in this deck is rare or lower. You could have this deck not hollowed at all. But for example, I have 3 Ultra First Egg Caiuses, but I prefer to have them in the trade binder. And I could just use the Starfoil and black rare ones. So it's not really a big deal. This deck is very, very cheap to get. So I'm just going to get into the deck profile. We have the standard 3 Caius. This is... I shouldn't even have to explain this. It's amazing. Triple Ryza. Very, very good card. It's a must for this format. They have Big Eye, Draco Sack, just anything. Just bounce it. Oh, just a quick thing. This deck is so good against Evil Swarms, just because you do Caius or you do Ryza and they have an Ophion out, they can't chain dress, because when it's summoned, you already targeted their monster, and they can't chain dress unless they already knew you were going to tribute someone and they activated dress during your standby phase or draw phase. But if they can't chain dress when you Caius or Ryza their Ophion, and it sucks. It's so good. My own personal tech, I have a Thestalos. I like Thestalos a lot because it makes sure you gain advantage. Your opponent goes -1 at the price of you getting a big beater on the field. So it's really cool. And if you can get that burn damage off, that's cool too. We have 1 Jinzo because traps hurt this deck a lot, and Jinzo is just whatever. And then 2 Lads. Lad is really, really good. He's your Prophecy Destroyer. But yeah, really good card. And that were the tributes. Now for the Frog Engine. We have the Triple Treeborn Frog. Like I said, these are common and rares. I have them in 3 different rarities. Black Rare, Rare, and Common. So 3 Treeborns. 3 Swap Frogs. That's like your Foolish Burial. And Ronin Toad. I shouldn't even have to explain all of this, because you should know what they do. For the hand traps, there's a ton of hand traps. We have Double Effect Veiler. Veiler's a must for this format. Triple Max C. You kind of need this because the deck is slow. You drop this on E-Drags, it's an auto win. Ophion, if you go 1 for 1, that's fine. If you can get a +1, that's even better. But this is a must. Triple Battle Fader. Battle Fader is just really good. You could use them with Treeborn Frog to make rank 1s to stall even more than you already have. And it's just a great card. You usually hold on to these. You don't use them immediately. You let your life points drop first. We have Gores and Double Trag for the hand traps. These are really irrelevant this format, but they're really good game 1. I usually side these out game 2, game 3. Alright, that was all the monsters. For the spells, we have Double Pot of Duality, just a great card. Double Soul Exchange, you usually use this in conjunction with Pot of Duality because you can't special summon your Treeborn. So what you do is you just do Pot of Duality, grab a Monarch or something you need, play Soul Exchange, tribute their monster, and summon a Monarch or a Jinzo. I like to summon Jinzo off a Soul Exchange. That's just my personal preference. Triple Enemy Controller. This card's amazing. It's basically you're guaranteed to get your lad out that turn, and you're taking their monster in the process. It's just a great card. We have Double MST. Triple MST is way too cloggy, and you don't need it. Bottomless hurts this deck. Traps hurt this deck a lot, but just triple MST is way too cloggy when you're already having a hard time getting through your deck because it's so slow. And then we have Dark Hole, irrelevant this format, but good because chances are you're not going to be at tables 1, 2, or 3. So this is just good because you're probably going to be dueling Mermails, Fire Fist, Dark World, anything. You might duel against Prophecies and maybe E-Drags, but chances are you're probably not. And then we have Heavy Storm, just an amazing card, and Monster Reborn. This card is amazing. I'm not going to go over the extra deck because the extra deck is really player preference. All I can say is that you need to run the Slacker Magicians, Double Gotchi, a Daigusto if you want to, and any rank 6s or Synchros if you even want to. After extensive testing with this deck for the past month, I can honestly say that the extra deck is all player preference, and I'm not going to tell you how to run the extra deck. For the side I picked out for this deck, it works beautifully with the deck. I'm going to go through it. We have double Droll and Luckbirds. An amazing hand trap. This deck has a terrible matchup to Dark World. Dark World shits on this deck. But if you drop this when they activate Dark World Dealings, or when they activate Gates or Snow, drop this and you shut them down for a turn. And that's really what you need. E-Drags, Prophecies, Droll and Luckbirds there to help you. Double Electric Virus, if you ever duel Chaos Dragons, Machina Gadgets, Redox Gadgets, what else? Chances are you're probably not going to drop this in your E-Drag matchup, unless they have Draco Sack on board. Then that's really cool. But Electric Virus is just a good card. Double DD Crow. DD Crow is a really good card as well. You could drop it, Fire King, Dark World, Mermail. That's really... DD Crow is just universally good. You'll figure out when you need it. Double Fossil Dyna. Fossil Dyna is just a great card. Heroes, 6 Sams, Wind-Ups, anything that special summons a lot. Or you could put them on lockdown and just normal summon it. Double Lava Golem, so you get out of those lockdown plays if you're ever dueling Macro Rabbit or just anything that spams the field. You could drop this on Mermails. That'll hurt them. Your third MST. Double System Down, because Redox Gadgets are like a thing now, and so are Machina Gadgets, because they got Tinplate Goldfish. So System Downs are always just good to have, just in case. Car Curries are still a thing. I know a lot of people forgot about those, but I remember getting OTK'd by them at regionals, and it sucked ass. So these are just good to have in your side deck, just in case. And we have Double Mind Crush, because you will be dueling Mermails, Fire Fist, anything that searches and you know that they have in their hand. Elemental Heroes, this is good to stop them. And that's the deck. I want to hear your opinions on it. I honestly do think this is the best budget deck. I'm actually trying to sell this deck. So like, comment, subscribe.